Lucas Cavallini is now on a suspension.
Bad boy of Canada.
And now we have to talk about Cavallini here. Like, holy shit. Like, okay, let me just say this. I did not watch the game live, right? I watched the game afterwards, and all I heard was people bitching about Cavallini, saying he couldn't believe he did that. I'm like, what the fuck did this guy just do? Like, I'm thinking he did a terrible tackle or he headbutted someone type thing. The way that people were talking about what he did, to the point where people were saying he doesn't deserve a spot at the World Cup from a decision like that, or that could cost him a spot. Number one, I don't believe one decision is going to affect his spot at the World Cup, because I do believe currently he's one of the better strikers in form for Canada. Even if he starts or not for the Canadian team, he is one of the better ones in form. But the actual incident, I think it was a total fuck up. Okay, I don't think he attended it. I don't think. Was it a red? Yeah, it was a red. Unfortunately, it was. But I don't think there was attention in it. I don't think it was so malicious that everyone was putting it out to be. And if you truly believe he went out of his way to do that, that's a suspension for the season. Like,
yeah.
So if you truly believe Cavallini did that on purpose, and you're bitching about what he did, that's a suspension for the rest of the season, if not more. Because that was disgusting if that was on purpose. But I think he just tried to jump over the player. The body hit his foot, and yeah, he kind of did push down, but I think it was more of a reaction of him being touched on the jump over, you know?
It's a scenario, back, yeah. and like, I'm really got to agree with you, because I think you're super, super right on that, because when he goes over, and then his foot kind of comes down and hits him, but it's not a push down. It looks like he's, my foot's there, and just tries to go kind of fumble over him. And I think you're entirely right, is that if this is a scenario, he's done this intentionally, then it's full. But everyone knows you can't do that kind of stuff and just get away with it. There's VAR. So that's why I very much think it was an accident, not intentional, because I think there would have been more pressure down if there was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, to kind of like describe it perfectly, such like Nashville players on the ground, Cavallini running past them, run jump sort of thing. It looks as if he just straight up stomps on his head. And yeah, I'm kind of on the same vein. It's too shocking and heinous of a thing to do, I feel like, to mean it, because listen, if it's meant, like, you could genuinely justify like an entire season worth of games out of that. Like, I don't think it's not sugarcoating it to say he could have like put him in the hospital and like seriously injured him for life, you know? Like, studs hurt.
And Cavallini's a big boy.
And like, Cavallini's a big guy. There's going to be some oomph in there.
That's a lot of weights coming down on you, buddy.
Like, is that a red card? Yeah, I mean,
by the letter of the law. By the letter of the law. That's
I don't
you're
think
responsible
there's too much
for your body, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's a red card, but I don't think we need to go overboard or anything. Like, I cannot believe that would be like intentional.
Surely if it is, I'd be disgusted. I do not want to hear anyone even think that is actually intentional, because
we'll put an edit in here if we find out it is. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's don't get me wrong. The kick to the balls, you know, or biting someone on the fucking field, you know.
Yeah,
like, you just don't do it unless you're.
Which we all want to see every year. We all want to see that. We know we do. Okay, yeah. We want to see him do it again. We want to see the Beaver attack somebody. Just hopefully it's not Canada. So that's the problem. Is we'll find out. We'll change our minds. Like, if it comes out that it's true, sure, we'll redact our statement, because that's going to be horrific, but we just genuinely think it's not. And you can tell by the weight, it's not really going. And I think with that, we're going to have to go to a quick commercial break. So guys, don't really go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're going to be talking about a couple things coming up in and around football in terms of the news. So don't go anywhere.